Well, guys, I'm back, and it's a new year, 2023. Happy New Year. Guess we're all going to have to start remembering it's 2023 when we write the year down. And it's kind of a big day in a number of regards. Nancy Pelosi's last day as Speaker today. Adam Kinzinger's last day as Congressman today. Liz Cheney's last day as Congressman today. So, by the way, this is all the debris also of the January 6th committee. These people are being swept out. The committee will now pass into the hands of the Republicans, and it's going to be a whole new story. And I'm going to keep you updated on that. 2022 is a bizarre year. I mean, in some ways, a good year in some respects for us as movie makers. Our movie 2000 Meals was a big success and didn't produce the investigations it should have, but nevertheless woke up a lot of people, opened a lot of eyes, and I think showed that this issue is a legitimate one. And now, of course, it's being openly discussed on Twitter, so it's big changes are underway. And I think this is going to be 2023 an important and a good year. And I'm very much, I feel tanned, rested, and combat ready for the new year. Debbie and I had Christmas in New York. It was really fun. Well, it was extremely cold. Debbie kept telling me things like, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my arms. And I go, you're the only one saying these things. And I said, well, yeah, it is unseasonably cold in New York, but it wouldn't be cold for Jan or Feb in New York. It just was, 15 degrees in December. 7. It went down to 7?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it went down to 7 degrees. In any event, we had a lot of fun. And but we're back in the saddle. I want to talk in this opening segment about Ray Epps, the Ray Epps, the guy who kept on video egging people to go inside the Capitol, because in the January 6th committee records, and I printed out the transcript of the Ray Epps interview, which I guess they reluctantly released, we find the following statement by Epps. Who is Dallin Epps, first of all? The lawyer asks. Ray Epps answers, he's my nephew. He's 28 years old. And then they scroll down, and this is the lawyer talking. So it looks like around 9 a.m., this is on January 6th, 2021, your nephew texts you. You and Jim be safe. And then at 2:12 p.m. on January 6th, you text back, meaning Ray Epps is now texting his nephew, quote, I was in the front with a few others. I also orchestrated it. So there's that key word. I also orchestrated it. What's he talking about? Well, he's talking about the events of January 6th. So it appears that here is Ray Epps admitting to his nephew that he orchestrated these events. And now, in the transcript itself, there's an immediate effort to sort of explain this away, to minimize it. And Ray Epps, of course, tries to do that. So the lawyer asks him, what did you mean by orchestrate? What did you orchestrate? And Ray Epps gives an answer that makes absolutely no sense. I just mean that you have to understand our relationship, uncle, nephew. We hunt together. We fun with each other. We do that kind of, what? We're not talking about what his relationship to his nephew. We're talking about what did he mean when he told his nephew that he orchestrated it. And then he goes on to say, what I meant by orchestrate, I helped people get there. He helped people get where? Not to Washington, D.C. He means he helped people get inside the Capitol. That's what he was urging people to do. And then he goes on to say, at that point, I didn't know they were breaking into the Capitol. I didn't know laws had been broken. I didn't know anybody was in the Capitol. Well, again, this is a diversion, because the real issue is, did he orchestrate people going into the Capitol? Whether he knew that they were there at that point, whether he knew it was against the law, whether he knew that anybody was inside or outside, is all irrelevant and has nothing to do with what he meant when he used the word orchestrate. I mean, orchestrate is a pretty clear word. right? Someone is a conductor of an orchestra. That's kind of the origin of the word. To orchestrate is to sort of bring it about, to be the guy responsible for the whole performance. That's what Ray Epps said. I think that's what he meant. But now he seems to be attempting to obfuscate that. In fact, Debbie showed me an interview. This is from the Daily Mail. I don't think he was interviewed by the Daily Mail, but nevertheless, Ray Epps basically goes on to say that he's not a Fed, and that the speculation that he's a Fed is coming from conspiracy theorists like I think he names Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene. And my point is, this is something the Republican House needs to look into. This is something that needs to be investigated. Who is Ray Epps? If he's not a Fed, what is he? Why was he egging people to go into the Capitol? And how did he somehow become the January 6th committee's favorite insurrectionist? Everybody else who did less than Ray Epps is sitting in solitary confinement or facing charges, to the degree that anyone instigated an insurrection by saying, go into the Capitol. It's this guy, and he's on video doing it, and he doesn't even deny it, and he goes on to say he orchestrated it. So I think the truth about Ray Epps is yet to be known, but it needs to be known.